We're going to do a quick desktop demo of our Deluxe CRM, latest one we've been working on for BeHeard. They do guest showers, wash clothes. There's a barbershop, mobile barbershop for people who are unsheltered, the homeless of Oklahoma and Tulsa. And so we're just going to demo here on the desktop. This is obviously, well, the solution here was made for the iPad. So there are a few functions that I'll have to cut in from the iPad, but um, most of the functions are going to, work just like they do here. So yeah, we just want to do a quick demo here to show off how it functions. This is a total custom CRM, so there's no, plug and play sort of built-in options. We create these from scratch. That way you only see the functions that you actually use. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add a guest here. Let's see, we'll call him Daffy Duck. And we don't need an email or phone number. And we've got the ability to take a photo here. So we'll do that. I'll just grab something from the desktop here. Again, this is meant to be on the iPad where you'll actually just be able to take the photo yourself. Um, but in this particular case, I'm just going to grab the photo. This photo is going to resize itself so that it doesn't, bog down the memory and storage of the database. So we've got here a couple spots. We're going to put in the same birthday that we have there, 2/13/1970. And that function is going to just automatically format it correctly. Okay, so we'll make him white here, gender male, and we'll say that he is a veteran. All right. I'm just going to fill in some of these here to save time. I'll speed this up. And this part here, we're going to save the waiver. It's the same function of if a staff member is already signed, that'll be saved in there. But yeah, in the iPad here, we're just able to just write right in there. In this particular case, I'm just going to grab an image so that this field isn't empty because it will not continue if that field is empty. So we created a new profile and we're able to check in the guests. We will have the ability to add items once they checked in. And so now that they're checked in, we can go ahead and assign some services to them. Okay, so we've just created a new profile. Let's check the duplicate check script to make sure that we're not going to be able to create the same record or two different records for the same person. So we've created Daffy Duck. We're going to go ahead and visit his profile just to note what we put in there. And so we've got date of birth, 2/13/1970, makes him 56 years old. That's going to automatically calculate. We've got race, gender, and we've got veteran, yes. So what we'll do is we'll try and create a record similar to this one and see what happens. So I'll add new guest here, and I'm not going to capitalize the Daffy or the duck because that sometimes prevents a duplicate check from working. Nothing off yet. We need date of birth, race, and gender. So we're going to put the same date of birth in, 1970. And we'll use the same race and gender. And we'll say no this time, that he's not. See what happens. Okay, so we got a guest with the same name, date of birth, and gender already exist. You've been taken to the existing record. And so that's going to prevent duplicates because this record that we're looking at is actually the Daffy Duck that we had just created. And the record that we had just created has been deleted. Okay, so here we're going to demonstrate the override request. Sometimes staff members are understaffed and you know, they're too bogged down to answer all of the required questions. So I'm logged in here as a staff member who's not a manager. I'm going to go in and create a new profile here. We'll put Jen Smith. And we'll grab a photo. Again, on the iPad, you would just take the photo. But in this particular case, I'm just going to grab it since this is a desktop demonstration. So we'll put in a date of birth here. We'll just use the same date of birth just to keep things simple so we can find this profile when we come back to it. So we'll put in here, just grabbing the first options. And so here we are with, you know, all of these questions that need to be answered. It's very time consuming and you can't move forward until you answer them. Can't hit the waiver, can't hit next. So what we do is we hit the override request. We say, hey, we're too busy, and submit the request. All right, so at this point, what I'm going to do is log out and log back in as a manager. Okay, so here I am logged in as the manager, and immediately when I log in, I'm going to see this red dot here lets me know that there's pending overrides. So he sees here Matt's pending override and his reason. We're going to go ahead and approve it. And now we'll go and log back in as Matt to see what has occurred there. Okay, so we're logged back in as Matt, and we're going to go through, find Jen Smith. And we're going to act like we're just creating a new client here because we already know as long as we put the same date of birth and race and gender, she should pop up. And that's regardless of whether we are correct on the veteran status. Same name. Okay, so here we are. So we can see that an override is active until today's, right now it's 11:02 my time. So this is giving her 30 minutes roughly to bypass these questions. So this was allow her to just, or the user, Matt, to just go in here. Again, in this case, I'm just going to grab an image. But on the iPad, which I'll show you here now, on the iPad, you're just able to sign in and hit save. All right, so at this point, we're able to check in Jen Smith and add items. You know, we're reporting whatever it is that she has received. And maybe we'll set her up with a shower. And that's it for now. So this override request is user specific. As I am logged in, it's 11:04. If I go in to the same profile as another user, you'll see that the override is not applying to me. So you can see here that override is not applying to me. So it is user specific. Okay, so as a security feature, we do have a banned guest list. So we're just going to demonstrate how to ban a guest and what happens, you know, in order to release that ban. We do have one already banned here, but we're gonna ban the new profile that we just created. So we'll go over here to Jen Smith and we'll view guest, and the guest is in good standing. In order to ban them, you would just change this, and based on, you know, whatever happened, you could ban for 1 day, ban for a month, ban for a year, but you do have to provide a reason. So let's put that in here first. Jen had a physical altercation. And I will change it to banned for 1 day. All right, so the guest has been checked out and banned until tomorrow. And so because I am logged in as a staff member, um, I do not have the ability to unban that person. And if you do go back and check on the profile, you see that it's banned. You can't check in, you can't add cart items, you can't add services. So until tomorrow, Jen will not be able to have any of the BeHeard services. So what I'll do now is I'll log in as a manager so that I can release that ban. Okay, so I am logged in as a manager. I can go in here, find the guest, and go into the details where, because I am a manager, you see the release ban button here. So that's just going to release the ban. Doesn't take out the note, but it does put the guests back into good standing. And so now showers, washers, and dryers are available. We'll go ahead and add a washer service. So then we'll check out services next. Okay, so we'll show off some of the services here. Let's find our latest profile, Jen Smith, and let's add shower and washer and dryer. Okay, so now we can go over here to our services, and we'll see there that those 3 items have been created. At this point, we can assign a stall, but probably be better to do that on the service dashboard. And this way you can see which stalls are in use. As soon as the service is complete, then the stall will automatically go to need cleaning. So if you want to make it available, then you just have to basically change it. So we're looking here at just laundry. Here we're looking at just showers. Here we're looking at all of them. And this is exclusive to OKC. If we go over to Tulsa, we'll see that we have different options. Barber chairs are available in Tulsa. So we'll go back to OKC here where we've got some unassigned appointments, and we're going to go ahead and assign a stall. And so we'll assign stall 1 for that service, which is a shower. For the washer, we will assign, looks like washer 1 is available. And for this one, we will, oh no, unassigned. For the dryer, we will use dryer 2. Okay, so we've got these services here, and they're sitting up here at the top. They're assigned appointments, and so what we're going to do is start the service. You could do so from that panel. You could click on it, start service. And refresh. And so now the services are in the correct spots where they should be. We see what's in progress, and we can easily complete the job. And that adds it to the completed appointments queue. So this is basically how the calendar works. It just keeps a track of who's in what shower, who took what washer and dryer, keeping track of all the services. We've got a different view here just for those that don't want to see the calendar view. But yeah, this is pretty much how the services are managed. Next, what I'll do is I'll just I'll do the same demonstration on an iPad so you can see how the interface, it's a little different on the iPad, it's a little cleaner, but I'll show that off here in a second. We'll just show off a few other of the cool features that we set up here. We've got a quick view for any guests that have been banned. We've got a quick view for everyone who's logged in or checked in at the current moment. We've got a pre and post checklist here, things that need to be done on a daily basis. This is a Kanban board, so you can just simply move things, drag things if something's done. But it's a quick way to just kind of keep track of tasks that need to be done. Here we'll demonstrate the reports. This is the end of day report, so it's going to show how many people were helped, how many new users, how many returning users, the items that were given out, the service count, and the service summary, what, exactly what was rendered and on which day. It's the end of day report. The end of week report displays pie graphs of all of the information, again, by location and date. It's going to be able to show you, the answers to the questions, what the averages are. And this is actually an interactive, because there are a few questions that aren't, on the pie graph. You can easily just update it and it'll give you the numbers. So that's the end of week, daily guests, items that were given out and by whom, how many cart items were given out and by whom, and how many intakes were done and by whom, and finally the resources. So no records there. I haven't created any yet, but yeah, these are the reports here. This is what's valuable in terms of getting funding. A lot of times, before you do get a grant, they're gonna want this info from you, or at least know that you were able to record it. So that's it. Thank you. Okay, here. So we will create a guest, and we'll call him Doug Smith. And we'll leave the email and phone number for now. Take a photo. Barcode. What I want is a photo. Camera. That's what I want. So we got the photo in here. Date of birth, 2/13/1970. And we'll put in here race, Asian, gender, male. So Doug Smith is a veteran. Housing status, he is unsheltered. And we ask him this question, we get an answer. We answer all of these questions here. And we assign the waiver. Alright, so that waiver's in there. And we'll check him in. He's checked in, and so we'll add items. We will add clothing, a job program, and haircuts. Say we gave him 2 job programs and 2 shirts. Cart items saved, and we're going to add a shower. And we'll close them out. So we've created that guest. Let's check out services, what we got going on. Services dashboard. I've got unassigned appointments, Doug Smith here. And we'll go ahead and assign him a stall, since stall 1 needs cleaning. So he's got his stall in there, he's assigned, and then we will start the service. All right. Now it's in progress. Where is it? Oh, it's later in the day, isn't it? Okay. So we've got the filter here. We could see just showers, and we would see it that way. We've got the service pop-up menu, and we've got the stall status, so we can change the status. Reporting. See the end of week report, and that's going to give us our pie graphs here. We've got a dynamic pie graph, so we can see specific answers to questions and the stats on just those. And this is, of course, based on the date and location. Right now we're filtering for all as opposed to just one of the locations. So that's the end of the week report there. So yeah, there's various reports. You've got different types of incident forms that can be put in here. Guest finder. I'll show you all the guests. There's Doug Smith there. From here, we could actually check them in or add cart items or add services. So yeah, in a nutshell, that's, and we've got, of course, our user view here. We can view the stalls, and we're only going to view them for our particular area. So if we change our particular area to Tulsa, and then we view the stalls there, we'll see Tulsa stalls as opposed to OKC stalls. So there we got Tulsa stalls, which are a lot more. Yeah, for now, banned guest list. I think we got one. Nope, nobody's banned. That's good. All right, so that'll be it for now. We're gonna take a quick look under the hood here at the scripts that are actually allowing all of these functions to take place. So this is just for development. On startup, we've got some scripts that are going to capture who the user is and check for any pending overrides. New guest intake, travel to the waiver. These are all of the questions that ensure that there's no override taking place. So we want to check for all of these conditions, and then if so, we show a custom dialog and exit the script. If everything checks out and there's no overrides, then we move ahead. Check duplicate script. Request override. We've got handling guest settings, checking in, checking out, setting the ban, handling of the cart items. We didn't really go over the cart items, but this is just a quick, it's not associated with any guests. It's just, for them to record everything that has been given out. It is recording the user. Bring those scripts back up here. So cart items, reports, all the scripts that create the reports, manager's task, the guest finder, the guest viewer, all of the services, generating the service calendar view, pretty extensive, especially when you go in here and to some of the actual specifics. Then you start to see some of the HTML code that's being used to generate the calendar. See, we've got our styles here, so that gives us that controls the look of it. And before that's done, there's a bunch of variables being set and data being comprised. aggregated to give you those results. So yeah, just a quick look under the hood at how some of these functions, how all of this comes about.